First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to the true and living power, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son. There is no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who definitely rule well, and honored citations to the hopeful elect. Just want to speak real quick on dealing, with women, especially here in Babylon the Great. We know it's really hard to find something that pertains to up to our standards, being in the truth, being a follower of Yahweh Shai, being of a hopeful elect, with the understanding that we have, the knowledge and the wisdom that we have. If you want, which we all should want, a wife, but the thing about it is we can't rush into it, man. And these are things that even dudes in the world have come to understand and realize. It's gotten that bad, and like I said, man, there's no rush, because for a man, and it's not to say that we got that much longer here in Babylon the Great anyway, right? In the kingdom, we're gonna have it all. I'm gonna have all our heart's desires, man. But damn, man, come on, man, go ahead. But how things even go is that a man could have a woman at any age, anyway. They got this consensus, right, if that's the right word, that a man shouldn't date a younger woman, and that's pure jealousy, and that's because women want to try to be equal to a man, and we know that that's just not true. One advantage that a man has as well is that we can jump in the dating pool at any age. But then you got these haters. So I looked it up. Oh, the dark side of dating significantly younger, probably women. Look who it is, leading the charge. The harsh truth about dating younger women. I tried to figure out why men dating, why men shouldn't date women in it. You know what I mean? Look at this guy. Who is he to tell it? Who is he? Who is he? Who the hell is this guy? You got these three. Look, you got this whole podcast going, Brian Atlas. Why men should be barred from dating? Yeah, because nobody wants you. But check this out. I was also listening to some music, my shuffle, and this song came on as well. This song, Twice My Age, by Crystal and Shabba Ranks. A throwback. This is why Benjamin, so-called West Indians, so-called Negro West Indians, says their Hebrew name is Banyamyan, which is son of the right. Their music is always on point, man. She said, I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age. Don't know what it is, but it's a hit from my youthful days. As I go my way, I don't care what people say. I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age. See that? And I seen on Facebook a couple of days ago, somebody was saying, I'm gonna get the scriptures as well, or staking other scriptures. I seen on Facebook as well, man. People was like, man, nobody want to date no man in their 40s. A young girl don't want to date no man in their 40s and stuff like that. Just hating. But look at this song. How about this song? You damn goofy. And yeah, he responds by saying that, you know, women just don't want a man that's lazy. And she wants a man that has status and a man that has money. But, you know, that's part of it. Okay? Because when you, you know, get older, that's when you get those, this is pretty much when you land better jobs most of the time. Alright? So women just want to be truly taken care of and feel secure, especially being younger. You know, so my overall whole entire point is there's no rush to have to feel like we have to take these women's shit. You know, we don't. We have all day. Because in the meantime, let me please get, I know it's in Ecclesiasticus, I believe 39. Yep, Ecclesiasticus 39:1. But he that giveth his, you know what? It's a good one too. Yeah, no, I think that is it. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. See? In the meantime, we're occupied in prophecies. Part of the prophecies is to learn. Learn so that we could what? Teach. And within prophecy, we know that only the hopeful elect is going to be saved. The hopeful elect is going to be saved because they have that relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai. So if we know prophecy is coming, all right, as far as the Lord returning, all hell breaking loose, famine of the word, a physical famine of food and water, then we know that we have to clean our act up as well, so that we could be on the right side of prophecy. The hopeful elect, the 1/3. So we're completely and totally occupied, and we're completely and totally occupied in this ministry. So there's no rush. There's no rush, man. There's no rush to feel like we ever have to put up with a woman's shit. To feel like we ever have to jump into, or have to deal with any woman, the first woman, this woman, that, or any woman that'll take. Nah, we chilling. When the kingdom comes, man, we gonna have it's gonna be nothing. Before that, women are gonna try to cleave onto us, us that are of the hopeful, like. And then just as far, that's why I went into the natural state of things. As far as being a man, there's no age limit on a man getting with a woman, no matter how young she is or whatever. All right. Well, you know what I mean. As long as she's past the flower of her age, you know. It's the other way around for the women. When she gets up there in age, that's it. Nobody want to deal with that. So they're fucking jealous. They're haters. But I'm gonna pretty much wrap up there, man. Just a real quick lesson in the morning, man. Lord willing. As you know, we all continue to progress. Start to do a real, more better, lengthy lesson later on in the day. But at least getting something in every single day, Lord willing, if it be the Lord's will. Even if it's quick. Yeah, man. Lord willing, brothers could think about that, man, as well. to try and do as much lessons as we can. Because I just seen, Apostle Aryama was saying suspensions are coming. Brothers may be getting kicked out for being lazy. Hey, do something quick as hell, man. 5 minutes, something edifying, quick hits. Literally. Even if a thought enters your mind, do a lesson on just that thought, and that's it. But this lesson was just on, there's no rush, man. And the Lord willing is edifying, the Lord willing it helps. We could find a woman at any age. And I'm talking on a carnal level. You could find a woman at any age. But how much more on the spiritual? When we know that all hell's getting ready to... Let me get another scripture real quick. I mean, you don't gotta take no woman shit, man. Games. And that's the thing about them. That's what scripture say, their hands is as bands. And they're as snares. They try and make you... And I'll keep it a buck, man. They try and make you, fall in love with them. They try and make you feel sorry for them. And that's just the trap right there. Nah, man. Fuck love. Love will get you killed, man. That's what they said in Get Rich or Die Trying. So then you feel sorry for them. They treat you like shit. But you feel sorry for them anyway, so you stick around, you stay with them, try and make it work, try and make it work. Your peace is now corrupted. Your peace is destroyed. You're distracted. Nah, man. Fuck all that, man. Don't fall in love in the first place, man. With a woman. Because then you end up taking their shit. Alright? Until you reach to a point where you said, man, fuck this bitch. And that's how it's gotta be quick, man. Can't be out here looking for love, man. Unless it's this ministry. Let me get the scriptures. 2 Peter chapter 3 verses 2 Peter 3 verse 12. Looking for and hasten. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness. See? To be a simp, to be a romance man, to be a ladies man, no. Those aren't the type of characteristics of a man that's going to be saved. The characteristics of a man that's going to be saved is focused, following after Yahweh Bashir Mahawashi, learning of Yahweh Bashir Mahawashi, sincere, dedicated, And I'm going to just say this, man, too, about these women out here, man, how ain't no rush. One thing, you see, we got to always psych ourselves out, man. One way I psych myself out, man, by not worrying about a woman now, is before I used to hate it, I used to couldn't stand it. Of course, that's how it's always going to be, because it's wicked, and that's adultery, right? There's adultery lines in rap. Yo, I banged your girl, I took your wife and did, whoop. Right? I used to hate hearing that, but now I'm like, good, I want to hear that. And the reason why I want to hear that is because it makes me sit my ass down. You sure you want a woman? You sure, you know what I mean? You sure you want... Well, any woman. Let me say any woman. Alright? Because brothers will take a woman, man. Don't get it wrong. Like the apostles say, man. Great Millstone, man, we love women. You gotta take, the right woman, man. That's gonna help. And there's two things, man. They need to be able to help, and they need to show respect. If you ain't doing those two things, you're useless. You gotta be good help. Gotta cook, wash clothes, or anything, all the wants and needs, and then you gotta show respect. If you ain't coming to help and show respect, then what the heck? So when I hear those adultery lines, it makes me sit my ass down, so to speak. Like, man, sure, I ain't in no rush. Because that's how it's gonna... Yeah, if you rush to get something, it's the same thing with cars. If you rush to get a car, you end up getting a lemon. But if you relax, chill, Esau tries to rush you into getting the car too. I don't know if it's gonna be here tomorrow. Well, that's alright. I'm not in no rush. When you're in a rush, you end up getting a lemon. So when I hear those adultery lines in that song, now I'm like, shit, well, I'm glad I don't got no girl, so, I mean, and I ain't in no rush to get something that's unfaithful. It's a headache. You know what I mean? So it really, hopefully brothers get what I'm trying to say. It's about psyching yourself out. Like, when I hear those lines now, it just makes me sit my ass down. You know what I mean? I ain't no rush. I don't need no bitch out here sneaking around. You know what I mean? Committing adultery, getting on my nerves. So I'm chilling, I'm cool. And that also helps me to never try to trust women. Now, you're gonna have women that sell the whole full act. You know what I mean? If you know you should, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta argue with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, about Shai knows. But don't act like it ain't crazy out here. Don't act like it ain't fucking straight crazy out here with the adultery going on and the don't give a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Don't act like it's not crazy out here, man. So, with that being said, like, now when I hear those lines, I think different. I think, well, good. I'm glad I don't keep saying that shit. Because I'm glad I don't got one to have to worry about none of that shit. And then I think to myself, if I do get one, she gonna be on that type of time anyway. So why would I put trust into her? Why would I put, like, all this love into her, man? Because that's how I psych myself out too, man. Like, yo, if I do get one, that's the type of time she gonna be on anyway. Hearing that adultery lines in those rap songs, man. So that helps me not just throw myself in there, man. You know what I mean? Yo, just fall back, sit back, chill back, man. Ain't no fucking rush. Alright? There's gonna be a dime a dozen out here. Okay, before the kingdom, hell break loose and all that. So the most important thing is just following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Pleasing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Because it's like Apostle Paul said, man. Continue to quote the scriptures. Apostle Paul said, I gotta start my joint. Like Apostle Paul said, you get a wife, you seek to please that wife. But the man that's single, he seeks to please the Lord. So now if we could look at it, we can psych ourselves out and look at it from another angle. That's what I'm saying with those adultery lines. You ain't gonna seek to please this bitch if you know you can't trust her. If you know you can't really truly love her. Because you know what type of time she on, man. You know what type of time the society she lives in is on. The society we live in. So when I hear that shit, man, I'm telling you, man, it just paranoias me out. It totally paranoias me out from now on. And it just makes me not able of trusting or literally, like, loving a woman. That's just how it is. That's just what society has come to. You could think these rappers, you could think the laws of the land, you could think feminism, but that's what it's come down to. And it's been for a while, it's been MG toe. Men going their own way. So Lord willing, this was edifying, and hey, at this point, man, women gotta start coming up to the men and showing those two things, help and respect. You ain't showing those, shit. Even with showing those, still it's different out here, man. Lord willing, this was edifying.